Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Papa's Pew Pews. This is Daniel speaking, coming to you live from Waynesville, Georgia. Just hopping on early morning to see what's cracking, see what y'all got going on, see how your days went, how your days going, according to where you are. You might just be going to bed, you might just be waking up. Either way, how's it going? Have you had something to eat? Drinking plenty of water? Did you take the day to give somebody a kind comment? Are you strapped? Do you got one in the tube? And does carrying make you safer? Or does it make you a target? That's today's focus on Papa's Pew Pews. Y'all stay tuned, double tap them screens, and subscribe. Good morning. Welcome into the channel. Oh, this is Daniel with motherfucker. Hang up. Go away, motherfuckers. Welcome into the chat. As soon as a few people build up, we'll start the conversation. Please feel free to drop a comment or check out the shorts. Subscribe to the channel. Double tap that screen, light up that thumbs up. We will be starting in just a few minutes. Welcome in, everybody, as you come in. This is Daniel with Papa's Pew Pews. Question of the morning: does carrying a firearm make you safer, or does it make you a target? On the screen is the Taurus Protector Poly 357 Magnum and the Citadel Boss 25 AR style shotgun. I do appreciate everybody who stops in, who leaves comments, who subscribes to the page. Without you guys, we would be nothing. We do appreciate every comment. So if you will, double tap that screen, like that thumbs up button. Go check out our shorts content. Leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. It would greatly be appreciated. You'll never see a Cash App on this page. You'll never see us begging for money. We make our own money. We do this because we enjoy discussing firearms and everything Second Amendment related. So if that's you and you like Second Amendment, you like guns, you like to talk about different things, hey, subscribe to the channel. Double tap that screen, light that thumbs up. Light that button up, guys. For me, it's early morning. For you, you might not have been to bed yet. Either way, let's get into it. Does carrying a firearm make you safer, or does it make you a target? I want to hear from you. Let's talk about it. Welcome into the chat. Feel free to double tap that screen, like the live. If you do nothing else, like the live, drop a comment. Doesn't cost you a dime, will never cost you a dime. And please sub to the channel. I do appreciate everybody who has stopped in. Even if you only stay for a second, I appreciate it. I appreciate every comment. I appreciate everybody who goes over, checks out the content, subs to the channel. But double tap that screen. Make sure that thumbs up button is lit up. On screens, the Taurus 357 Protector Poly and the Citadel Boss 12 gauge on the AR platform. Hola, ¿cómo está? Namaste. Kakashin. Wherever you're tuning in from, I do appreciate it. Thank you for stopping in. This is Daniel with Papa's Pew Pews. This is a pro gun channel. This is a pro everyday carry channel, but I do have a question today. Does carrying a firearm make you safer, or does it make you a target? It's a legit question. I'd love to hear your feedback. And no matter where you are, no matter what content you like, guys, support your small content creators, not by finances. You support your creators by dropping comments so more people come in the room, by double tapping the screen and lighting up that thumbs up button, and by going over to their content, checking out their page. If you like their content, drop a comment, subscribe to the channel. That's how you support a small YouTube creator. You don't see cash apps on our screen. You don't see any of that. We're not begging for money. We don't want your money. We want the conversation. I like to speak to people from all over the world about all topics. Doesn't necessarily have to be firearm related. Tell me how your day is going. Tell me where you're tuning in from. Stuff like that. Just, if you will, double tap that screen. Make sure that thumbs up button is lit up. Make sure that you like the live. That way more people come in and we can have more conversation. Let's run them numbers up, folks. Double tap them screens. I love that. I love that. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I carry because we are lucky to live in a country that allows us to carry and protect. Good comment for the first comment, guys. We are lucky and we're blessed to have the Second Amendment that allows us to keep and bear arms. Keep the comments going. Anybody want to debate that? Tuning in from Boston. Hey, I appreciate that, David. Boston. Beautiful place. Beantown. I'm in Georgia, by the way. I'm in South Georgia. The good old South. AKA, because of all the heat, hell. And welcome in, guys. I do appreciate your comments this morning. Just getting my day started. I don't know if your day's just getting started or your day's just coming to an end, but however it is, thank you for tuning in. And the question still stands. Does carrying a firearm make you safer or does it make you a target? You hear these debates all the time. You hear the gun grabber saying, "Oh, somebody can take your thing, your firearm." My favorite concealed carry is my Shield Plus 9mm. Um, Today, this is what I'm carrying. I'm carrying my 357 Magnum revolver and my Citadel Boss 25 AR style shotgun. That's what, and then I have a 1911 I'll be carrying also. I always keep it in the bag. It's a off body carry. But I mean, I have Glocks, I have um, Walthers, I have all kinds. You can see them on my content. Um, Today, I'm just carrying because of what I'm wearing, the 357 Magnum and the Citadel Boss. But my favorite everyday carry is the Smith & Wesson Shield Plus 9mm. And if you go over to my shorts page, you'll see a short of me shooting that yesterday. But yeah, guys, double tap that screen, like that live. Oh, I love the CZ Shadow. A homeboy of mine's got one. Yep, it's your go to bed gun. That's funny you said that. Uh, was gonna be another one of my topics. I have sleep guns, and then even got a bathroom gun. I keep a firearm even when I'm in my home because if you read the stats on home invasions and stuff like that, most people are generally in the bathroom or somewhere around the house, not in awkward areas when it happens. I use this 357 a lot for my go to bed gun. It stays on my body. It's got a heavier trigger, so you don't have to worry about you know ADs, accidental discharges. But I do love that CZ Shadow. One of the bros that does lives also, he's got one. Um, I well, I can't touch the screen. I've got what's called a sticky holster. Um, it's basically the same thing as a well, I mean it's heat related. Um, and my pajamas, it'll slip right in my pajamas, or I can set it under my pillow, or I can put it right there beside me and sleep. Years of carrying, I don't feel it anymore. Once you carry all day, every day, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, you get to where you don't feel it. I mean, I can put a Kydex holster on and it doesn't bother me. And that particular firearm, while being a budget firearm, before anybody beats me to that punch, has been with me through a self defense situation. It has proven itself, and that is a very good firearm for what you pay for it. And that is another thing. My channel, I focus on a lot of budget firearms. I have way more expensive firearms that I do feature on my YouTube Shorts if you want to go look at that. But my goal is to get people to buy them, train with them, learn to be safe with them, fall in love with their Second Amendment rights, and then start to buy better things as they go along. Yes, it is. That was my topic yesterday. Um, that and another one of my topics was uh, carrying open carry. Does it help our cause or does it hurt our cause? Does it turn more people on to the Second Amendment lifestyle or does it run people away? These are questions that I'm doing, as I have rando conversations with people through the day and I hear what they have to say. Then I come back and go on YouTube and I ask you guys and we start a conversation because conversation is how we move this forward. Makes you a target. Okay. Also scares a lot of people. You got to figure the category most of them people because you got to figure a lot of their stuff. They listen to the news, of course, and they listen to people who are gun grabbers, and a lot of the stuff they think about us, the category they have us in, are these right wing nuts that carrying firearms and just blasting everything we see, and we're walking around looking for a fight. Our job as ambassadors to the Second Amendment is to try to change them thought patterns. That's our job. Our job is to try to educate them the proper way and to teach them, about how safe we are with our firearms. That we're not, it's just these crazies out flashing everybody with the muzzle of a firearm. See, that's a good point. That gets brought up a lot. If you're carrying a firearm, the bad guy knows who to go after first. You know, or now like in Texas, where everybody's got a firearm, in some cases If a bad guy were to walk in and see 30 people all with a hog leg strapped to their side, are they going to say, "Oh, we're not fucking around here. We're going to go down the road and do it"? So that's the other spectrum of what you said. So, and see, that's my point. I see both sides of this argument. I really do. Now I carry every day. I carry outside the waistband, but I carry under a shirt or I carry under some kind of cover, unless I'm carrying the 357, and then it goes inside the waistband. I appendix carry that. Once again, it's got a heavy enough trigger that I know it's not going to 320 my behind. But hey, I do appreciate the comments, guys. Y'all keep them coming. 33 people in the room. Please consider double tapping your screen, lighting that thumbs up button. Go check out my content on YouTube. Drop a comment, subscribe to the channel, and I'll sub back. If you have a channel, please drop your channel down in the comments so people can sub to you also. We're all about building one another's community up. It doesn't have to be a gun channel. If you have a channel, drop it in the comments so people can sub back to you. And I'm, once again, for the ones joining in, this is Daniel with Papa's Pew Pews. I am a budget firearm channel. Um, I do have more expensive firearms. I have your Glocks, I have your Rugers, I have your, oh Lord, I can't begin to name all of them. I have rifles, I have shotguns. All that's in my contents. No, David Hayes, I do not. And it's not even. My thing is, I acknowledge there is a problem somewhere with SIG, and until they come out and admit there was a problem, I can't do business with them. I have a SIG 228 that I will not carry until, and I will buy no SIG parts until they at least acknowledge. Because here's the diehard fact: anything man-made will fail. Anything man-made will have an issue. That's just the nature of the beast. At least you could be a man and a company and admit, hey, something's wrong. We don't know what it is. Let us get them back. Let us figure this out, and we could move on with that. I could accept that, and I would stand behind them 100% because I've seen some of the videos. Some of it may be user error, but there's enough evidence out there now that something is going on. Now there's a lot of videos where people putting screws in the trigger and touching the end of it, making it go off. That's manipulation. You can manipulate anything enough to where you'll make it fail. But I'm saying on its own, untouched, something is going on. Let's find out what that is. I mean, we shouldn't be dropping our firearms to begin with. We shouldn't be throwing them on tables to begin with. No, it wouldn't have the same striker problem, but it's still a SIG. And the way I look at it, being that it's a SIG, and I have a problem with SIG themselves not admitting the problem. So I won't carry the SIG and support SIG at all until we get some of this, until we find a resolution to this. Once again, if they own up to the issue, hey, by all means, let's go ahead with it. But I look for SIG before it's over to restructure. If you know anything about the corporate world, I look for them to rebrand, restructure, some form of a bankruptcy, whatever, and come back out. But I do like SIG products. I never liked the 320. I just didn't like the way it felt in my hand, but a lot of people did. A lot of people bought them. But I do have faith that eventually the problem's going to be found. They're going to resolve the issue. That's just, but when you're talking business world and military contract, for them to come out and say, hey, there's a problem, that would be all new testing the military would have to do, not to mention the price of it. You talking millions and millions and millions of dollars. A company ain't going to want to do that without putting up a fight. Uh, what scares you about the 365? Just asking because Everybody seems to talk good about the 365. I've never owned the 365. Is it the same issue or something different? Or hey guys, if you will, double tap that screen real quick, hit that thumbs up button, make sure it's lit up. Like I said, just support the channel. Not asking for money. You'll never see me do that. I make my own money. I'm retired. FCU is the same. I got you. Yeah, yeah. Same fire control unit. Thank you for that. See, I've always loved my Smith and Wesson shields. I have the Shield 45 ACP. I have the Shield Plus that I carry daily. I was looking at the Shield X, but in my mind, it, there's a few small differences. It has the curvature at the grip, kind of like the 365. Um, and they made the grip a little bit longer on the Shield X. So you got a few more rounds, but other than that, it's the same shield. Kind of like when they come out with the comp carry. I shot it a couple times and I didn't see the difference. So I've stuck with that Shield Plus. I put over 5,000 rounds through it. I'm comfortable with it. It fits my hand. That's my only problem with Glock. My only problem with Glock is that damn thick ass grip, and I was shot in the wrist in the left hand, so I've got a bad hand. So getting a full purchase on that thick Glock grip and being comfortable and confident with it, I'm just not confident enough to carry it on it every day. So I carry that Shield Plus. Only problem I have with Glock is that fat ass grip. I do own a Glock 21, a 43, and a 43X. My wife carries the 43X. She loves it. Narrow grip on the 47. Okay. I mean, they call them combat Tupperware for a reason. They just run, just like anything Smith and Wesson. They just run. I've also got the Smith and Wesson foldable carbine that I carry as the passenger princess a lot of times in 9mm. Now that's a lot of fun. But I've also got the Taurus PT. I got the Taurus Millennium PT 111 Pro 9mm. I've got Taurus G3 and the Taurus G4, and then I've got that Taurus 357 Magnum there. Thank you, Mason. I appreciate that, brother. And once again, I can't tell you guys enough. I appreciate your comments, the conversations we have. I'm on every day, a couple times a day. You'll start seeing some of the guys pop in if they're awake, and I'll point them out, tell y'all check out their channels. We've got a really good group of Second Amendment guys that do lives and do content, and you'll see just about any kind of firearm you can think of. We got like FV Ordnance, Stifler slides, which makes aftermarket Glock slides. We've got a good group of people here. I've got the Walther. Oh man, my mind just went back. PK380 and the Walther P22. Yeah, the PDP. Yeah, see, that's the thing, man. They get a good concept, and it's just the little subtle changes they do. That hey, they saying this new Glock Gen 6 going to be maybe have a fire control unit that swaps out. It's going to be different. Let's see when it drops. Let's see what it's going to look like. I'm waiting to see what the Gen 6 is going to be. Hey Don, thank you. Or do some div. Hey, I appreciate that, folks. Come see us anytime, man. Subscribe to the channel if you will. And if y'all haven't subscribed, check out the content, guys. I put up stuff generally daily. A lot of it's shorts. I got to do some more long form videos, but I'll get to it eventually. Little backstory on me: I'm raising my three grandkids. Since October last year, I've had them 24 hours a day, 7 days a week in my protective custody. So my content has kind of slowed a little bit on that aspect. I have to work around when, you know, my wife has them or something like that. So sometimes you hear some background noise and stuff like that. But anyway, I use YouTube as my way to have my adult time, my conversations and stuff like that, because most of the time I'm stuck at the house being held hostage by children. Arizona. Okay, I appreciate that. Well, Georgia here. Georgia here. Trying to get my nicotine rush in this morning. Only habit I have left. Gotta have it. Oh, and my question of the day: have y'all had y'all something to drink yet? Your coffee, your water, your Red Bull. Florida, man, I lived all over Florida, bro. I've lived in Titusville, Gainesville, um, Marco Island, Naples, which is the same area. I live where I live in Georgia. I'm 60 miles north of Jacksonville. I'm right here on the coast. I think we're most famous for Jekyll Island, St. Simon's Island, stuff like that. Hey, you got to keep that G2 under the pillow. I'm just glad to know I'm not the only person that keeps a gun in the damn bed. My wife for years laughed at me, told me, she said, "You must got some bad shit, carry that gun to the bathroom with you." Okay, yep, Okeechobee. Man, I love Florida. I love y'all sheriffs down there. Y'all got some cool ass sheriffs in Florida. I always said I moved again, I was going back to Florida. You, hey, you watching that storm that they got out there? They're already making. Yeah, love some Sheriff Judd. You train with them. Hey, are y'all watching that storm that they said is forming out there? I think it's going to turn. I don't think it's going to even come near the states, but they're already making a big deal. But hell, they've been trying to create a hurricane out there since March. Hype people up, scare them to death, and make them buy all the shit off the shelves, and then it never hits land. They're bad about trying to get Georgia residents to evacuate, but we don't go anywhere because we know when we evacuate, we can't hell getting back to our houses. They try to lock us out of our houses for weeks at a time. Yeah, I'm the same way, bro. I got generators. I got food. I know how to go out and get food if I need it. It's very illegal to be in the under the influence with the presence of firearms. I'm not under the influence. I'm drinking a Red Bull. I don't drink. See, Red Bull, and I'm smoking a Marlboro, so that would not be under the influence. Talk proper like my mama taught me. What if I didn't have a mom? Yeah, on your own property. Thank you, Sunfish. I appreciate that comment. And I thought I was talking pretty proper. What's up, enlightened herbalist 420? There's all kind of laws on the books. Technically, if you take medication and you only take it once a day, if you had an overeager cop, they could arrest you for DUI every time you left your home. Technically, under the less safe laws that they have, which is basically the same thing as a conspiracy charge in a dope game. If they knew you took, let's say, a hydrocodone at night, if a cop knew that, if he wanted to be an ass, he could pull you over every time you left your house and say if you didn't use your blinker or if you made a slow stop, he could use the argument, well, under less safe laws, if they hadn't have took that medicine last night, they might have remembered to turn on their blinker. And it's a charge, and you have to go to court, and you have to fight it, and, that kind of stuff. So, felon, no guns. See, that's something else. So, if you got a nonviolent felony, they are making great moves towards restoring felons' rights. And I'm a big believer in if you've paid your debt to society, you should have your right to bear arms back. You should be able to protect your family as long as you're not on a sex registry or got a violent, charge against you or domestic violence. With getting ready, prepping. Yeah, I love prepping. That's another expensive habit. That's why I say I can't do drugs and drink, do all that kind of stuff, man. I got a gun habit and a prepping habit. That takes all my money. Oh, and three grandkids and a wife. So, yeah, I stay broke. I do. Once you paid your debt, I mean, they don't mind letting you vote again. I mean, and you got to figure losing them gun rights, all that started in the 30s with Prohibition. Not to mention, say you were young when you done something and you 40, 50 years old and you've never done anything else wrong. I think the rights should be restored. Oh, yeah, chasing after ammo deals. Yeah, you're right on that about the felons and can't protect themselves. Well, the law has, I'm sure some of them passed that law. Yeah, probably. But we've got some good challenges out there. They are Pam Bondi is trying to get the rights restored on nonviolent felons. Also, with this big beautiful bill that passed, they're doing away with the tax stamp price. As of January, you can get your suppressors and stuff like that, and not have to pay the $200. As of now, you're still going to have to fill the form and go on the registry. Um, but there's a good lawsuit going against that right now. So let's see what happens. Oh, I stay stocked up, bro, and pay cash. Yep, because you've got states trying to put extra taxes on all that stuff too. GOA member. Okay. But yes, I think once you pay that debt, you should carry. Yeah, that's something else, Don. If you got a marijuana card, if you've got a prescription, I don't feel that should stop you from getting a concealed weapon permit. It's so hard now to become untraceable, though, because everything we do leaves some kind of footprint. With all these damn cameras they've got placed everywhere, invading everybody's privacy. Oh yeah, I don't ever buy ammo with credit cards. Not to mention most of the ammos that you would buy like that or these big box stores like Academy Sports and stuff like that. Um, Most of their ammo is just standard ammo. It's hard to find like good self defense rounds and stuff like that. I generally go to like pawn shops and gun shows to get that. Yeah, I had to bring out the old revolver today. I'm gonna be wearing like jogging pant jumpsuit like outfit today, so I'm gonna use that with the sticky holster, and it just sticks in your waistband and it don't move. So that's what we're running with today. Clipsters. I just noticed who said that. What's up, brother? Glad to see you in. Gunner man, what's up? My bros are starting to pop in this morning. Gunner man, how's it be over there in the Philippines today? Boy, Gunner, them some good pictures you sent me, bro. I like a good revolver, man. I still think they're very much relevant. Um, there's a very good use for them. What's up, Matthew? Hey guys, double tap that screen. Go over and check out my content. I got some new content up. Drop a comment over there and subscribe to the channel. Doesn't cost you a dime. Yeah, I did see that project, Gunner. That's cool. That's cool, bro. No, I didn't hear that. A Chicago woman got shot at a buyback in Chicago. What happened? Oh, a cigarette. Yes, it's Dougie Fresh. It's a Protector Poly, Taurus Protector Poly 357 Magnum. Yeah, I'm getting my nicotine rush in, of course. Yeah, how can you buy back something that's not yours? That's a good point. I like that. I do. Like I said, my normal carry is that Smith and Wesson Shield Plus 9 millimeter, but every now and then I just feel like grabbing the revolver. I've got the AR platform Citadel Boss 25 3-inch Magnum shotgun right there, and then I've got the 357 Magnum, and then I've got the 1911 in the bag. So that's what I'm going to carry today. Yep, that's a shotgun, Gunner. 12 gauge. But see, that's the thing about that buyback. It's supposed to be no questions asked. You're supposed to be able to walk up, hand that gun, and that's the end of it. But that's why a lot of people don't do these buybacks, is because they do stuff like that. They take the firearms and test them to see if they've been used in crimes. They run the serial numbers, and people do get arrested. That's why people don't participate in gun buybacks. So if they really want to do that, and if they really want to keep with their argument, they're just trying to take dangerous firearms off the streets, then they need to do what they said they're going to do. Yes, that's a shotgun. It's the Citadel Boss 12 gauge. It is a pain in the ass until you get it figured out, though. Um, you've got to carry a certain ammo in it. It likes a certain ammo, and then you got to polish the feed ramp and everything else, and get the sharp edges. It's a Turkish-made shotgun. Once you do all that, it runs flawless. That one there now runs absolutely flawless, but it takes a lot. There you go. It is BS. Look up Protector Poly, or look up the Taurus 605 Polymer 357 and you'll pull it up. But they call it the Protector Poly. Put out by Taurus. Oh, I do. I polish all my stuff. Especially now, Turkish made firearms, they're putting out some really good Turkish made firearms now. I have the 1911. Um, oh, Lord. I lost my train of thought. But now I took it, the Gerson. I took it completely apart. It's got all Wilson Combat insides, all the sear springs, the recoil springs, the even the sear, the trigger, everything's Wilson Combat on the inside of it. Yeah, that one's nice. It's got the St. Jude. That's the one. That's the black one with the St. Jude handles. Hey, Charter Arms puts out some good little revolvers, man. People talk mad shit about budget guns, but there are some really good budget guns out there that will get you by, and at least you can start training. And as you get more comfortable and you want to move up, because I'm a big proponent of why spend $800,000, $2,000 on a firearm that you may not like that platform, and then you're stuck with a gun that you're not going to get your money back out of. Get something that's a clone or something that's similar to what you're wanting to get into at an affordable price and see if you like it. Oh yeah, they're reliable. Lost your ass on a Sig. Well, see, I lost my ass on a damn Kimber. I paid all that money for that Kimber 1911 and had problems with it off the rip.
I got away with that. Hey,
Uh, I just got invaded by the first grandbaby. The grandbabies are waking up, getting ready for school. Thank God school has started back. Papa get Papa gets a little break. Because it's early as hell. That's why BB's not awake yet. Yeah, the dumpster fire. Yeah, it's 44 special. Here, the 44 special ammo is harder to find. Every now and then we'll see some. Um, Only reason I didn't go with the Bulldog. But I like my 357 round. And then I have the 45 Lone Colt also. But that's in the 1863 Colt Navy with a 7-inch barrel. Now that's a nice shooter. It's just not practical for every day. That's a big ass piece of
metal to strap on your side. See, I thought about doing reloading, but uh, I think it's too late in the game for me to get into all that and buy all the things you need to reload. Plus, I stockpile a good bit of ammo, so I I stay pretty good on the ammo tip. My average rule of thumb, if I own it, if I own a firearm, I've got at least 2,000 rounds for each firearm. Now, my 9 millimeters, because I have the foldable carbine 9 millimeter, and then I have several handguns chambered 9 millimeter. I've got right at 3,500 rounds of 9 millimeter at all times. But yeah, ammo will become a currency. We saw that in the last ammo crisis we had. Ammo will be at. Whoa, hang on. What about how to clean your shield? Clipsters, I'll put up a video, man. It's real easy to break down that shield. There's a lever inside your chamber. You have to flip that lever down for your slide to come off. That way you don't have to pull the trigger to slide the slide forward. Yeah, during the COVID shit, I know. And if you break down who was buying the ammo, look at how much ammunition was being sent to the United States Postal Service. The post office was buying hundreds and hundreds of thousands of rounds. Oh, it's easy to break down, bro. You're not gonna mess it up. Them guns are way tougher than you think they are. You literally take your fingernail, reach in there, and slip the lever down. Oh yeah, I keep my rounds of ammo, and and I rotate out my stock. That's where a lot of people go wrong. They'll dump them, in their ammo cans or whatever. They'll put them up in their closets, and then they'll kind of forget about them, and they'll buy more. Me, I make it just treat it just like a grocery shelf. I rotate the stock. That way, my stuff's always fresh. And you're right, a clean gun is very important. Um, you want your things to run flawless when if you ever need them. You don't want if you ever need them, everything's already stacked against you. You don't need one more thing stacked against you. So cleaning your guns, handling your guns, and knowing how to break them down are very important. That's all part of your training process, and being comfortable with your firearm. You've got to be comfortable with that firearm. How long should you carry your bullets for? Uh, that opinion would vary on who you ask. That's another one like, what should I carry? Me, um, about a year. I mean, I don't hold on to stuff a long period of time. I swap out, but I do a lot of shooting also. Um, I mean, I'm sure they last a lot longer than that, but me, if you're carrying it in the firearm every couple of months, I would swap out. But that's my opinion, though, bro. That's not a professional advice or anything else. That's just me personally. Can you go let sugar out?
Yeah.
Go let sugar out, and then open the door and let Jack out. Jack, quit being stupid. My bulldog trying to bully my grandbaby. Just open the door. His dumb ass will run out.
It's fine.
Move, Jack.
Jackie's close. Be careful.
There you go. Let him out. It's gonna get noisy for a minute. My chihuahua in there raising hell, and the bulldog being stupid too. And guys, once again, it's been a while since I mentioned it. If you have not already subbed to the channel, please do so. Go check out the content. Um, Sub to the channel. Make sure your thumbs up button's lit up. That's how you support these small gun tubers and, well, all the YouTubers. YouTube's playing with the algorithm right now. And the only way we can get them algorithms back up is get people commenting, liking the feed, that kind of stuff. Yes, yes. You definitely want to at least change out what you have in the chamber. You are exactly right. Stevie K, brother, what is up? Stevie K has entered the chat. Yeah, I'll change out my rounds, which I once again I shoot daily, so naturally I don't keep the same ammo in my gun more than probably 10 days before I go through it. But if I have a firearm that I don't use at all, I'll change out the rounds about once a month and inspect the rounds and make sure they're okay. Make sure you don't have any kind of funny stuff like rust forming around them or anything. Yeah, I make sure that I do that because once again, I've been there. So if you're in that situation and you're having to use that tool, you have enough things stacked against you. You don't need your ammo or even your firearm being one of the things stacked against you. I made a video on the Sig on that. I'm like, look, I'm gonna talk in street terms. We already got the ops to worry about. We don't need our firearm being our biggest op. Let's make the bed up real quick, baby.
Okay, I'm putting my dog on.
Do our morning chore here. We're doing our morning chores, guys.
Putting my dog.
Getting ready to start the day.
Wow.
Pull it hard over that way.
Oh, I got to go open that door for Jack to come in.
We'll care about Jack coming in. Let him stay outside.
Forever?
No, he'll be in.
Well, I'm just gonna keep the door open for him.
Oh no, my stuff stays fully loaded, even in the safe. Don, that's funny you said that. The Winchester White Box 45 ACP are bad about that. It'll jam that projectile down into the casing. I hate it when that happens. Stevie, I got it, bro. I got my Red Bull. No, it don't hurt them. You just wanna inspect them every now and then for like rust marks and stuff like that. All my mags stay loaded. Appreciate it, Stevie. Yeah, that's what I'm carrying today. The Citadel Boss and the 357 Magnum. I'm going light today. Yeah, and check your springs and make sure. You just want to make sure everything's running. You're putting your life in its hands, or it in your hands to protect your life. So, if nothing else, just checking it out, making sure everything's in perfect working condition, kind of like your car. You want to go out and check the fluids every now and then. Same with a firearm. You just want to check it, make sure that it's in perfect working condition. Yeah, I hate it when them rounds go back, but they'll fire. I mean, you can put them in, they'll cycle, they'll fire. It drives me nuts when it does it. 1911 is bad about that. Whenever I find one like that, I just take it out and I'll throw it in the range pile. That way, when I go to the range, I can make sure they're one of the first ones I fire. But I've only had it do it with ball ammo. Do some dip. I've only had it. I've only had that problem with ball ammo. I've never had it with a hollow point. That's like with this 357 Magnum, the Winchester Black Box, the 357 Magnum. It's the copper over lead jacketed hollow point. It likes to blow shrapnel back on you out of this 2-inch barrel coming out of the revolver side, the cylinder side. So you got to be careful with them too. I just don't like Winchester shells. Period. I've had nothing but issues with them. Yeah, and like I said, most of the round. I mean, I've never had a problem with one not firing and not cycling. It just drives me nuts that when it drops down. Yeah, they were saying it was the Tauruses, but if you dig deeper, you'll see it's happened. It ended up because that guy made that video early in defining the problem. It ended up being the actual ammo, not the firearm. He sent his Taurus back, got another one, and it done the same thing. This is how the video ended up, by the way. Ended up he went and got one of his Smith and Wessons. It done the same thing. I had the same issue. There's about altogether there's probably 7,000 videos on the same thing, and it ended up being the one common denominator was that ammo that they were using. It's that it's that copper over lead coated ammo. As long as you shoot regular ammo, never have a problem. And what it does when you fire it, it just shaves off a little bit of that excess copper and it just comes out. Yeah, the 856. I like my little 2-inch barrel. Now, it does, if you shoot a lot, it does after a while you start to feel it in your palm. That gun really, the recoil is felt in your palm more than anything, and that's because of the ridges on the grip. The ridges help you get a better purchase on it when you're holding it, but you feel them if you're shooting like buffalo bore. If you're shooting a high power 357 or a full power 357 round out of a 2-inch barrel, you're gonna feel it in your hand when you squeeze that trigger. And everybody's like, "Oh, just carry 38 in it." No, I bought a 357 Magnum for that reason, and it goes back to training. If you're only shooting 38 specials and you're trained for 38 special, you throw a 357 round in there, it's going to have a different recoil. You're not going to be ready for it, and you're going to miss your shot. Get out. You know I'm loud. Get out. Or be quiet. I'm not going to be on my floor. Here, take this put this on the table so you can have the rest of that. Don't spill it. And we don't have to leave as early this morning because I got to take Mimi to the doctor. So we'll leave a little bit later than we normally do.
Okay.
How I feel about the Roscoe Heritage. You talking about the regular Heritage? I'm not sure about the Roscoe Heritage. But me, I love all firearms. It's hard to get me to knock a firearm. That's what hurt me so much about Sig. Um, I don't like to bash any firearms. I don't know if I know about that one, Clipsters. But Taurus and their brands, they're putting out some pretty decent stuff. But yeah, I want people to buy what they're comfortable with, what they like. Train. That's my biggest thing. Train, be safe, and love the fact that we have a Second Amendment and support the Second Amendment. That's another problem I have with SIG. We got enough gun grabbers with enough ammo now that they try to take from us. We don't need the firearms industry helping them any. Lock her up. Which I like. I like my striker fires, just not ones that like to go off on their own. But, once again, I started to say this earlier and I got sidetracked. We shouldn't be dropping our guns to start with. We shouldn't be throwing them on tables. And, that goes back to gun safety, man, and properly handling something. But still, we shouldn't have something going off on its own either. Yeah, now, Doug, that one was kind of a weird video to me. If you're talking about the same video I'm talking about, the guy who put the screw in the trigger, you can, because I'm a firm believer, I can manipulate anything enough to find. I can mess with something enough to make it fail. To me, that's not a fair judgment of a firearm. That's like the Taurus PT-111. They had this giant recall because people could sit there and play with the safety back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, and do it a certain way. And then they could, while it was on safety, squeeze the trigger and make it fire. Well, that's not something I would do on a. In other words, I wouldn't do that anyway. So that safety never was an issue to me. Yeah, I seen that one. I seen that one, Doug. That one was wild. Well, that's like the airman that got killed. They say he put his on his desk and it ended up hitting him in the chest. Now, I'm not saying that there's not. That's what I'm saying about Sig. There's an issue somewhere. Um, it may not be every case that's been reported on, but there is definitely an issue somewhere, and there's something weird going on. And until they acknowledge it, I can't support them. Yeah, the G2. See, my shield, I purposely bought it without a thumb safety. I don't care for thumb safeties. I don't run a safety. Um, so, but once again, that's my personal preference. I got a good holster. The trigger's protected, so I don't worry about a safety. That's my point. Own up to it. Because I said this at the beginning of my live. Anything man made is going to have failures. I don't care what it is. You're going to have, whether it be quality control, whatever, you're going to have a few things slip through the cracks. Just own up to it. Say, hey, somebody screwed up somewhere. We don't know what it is, but we're going to get it figured out. I could respect you for that. But when you just say, no, it's the person's fault,
instead of admitting that there's a problem, then yeah, I got an issue with that. I mean, anything mechanical is gonna fail you. I mean, Glock. It's been many years back, but Glock had an issue. What they do? They recalled all the firearms. They told people, "Hey, we'll fix it. We'll replace it." Blah blah blah, and they kept it moving, and that's what earned the name that they have now. The Springfield, yeah, yeah. That's my 1911. It's got the damn grip safety. It's got the regular thumb safety. It's got two chamber indicators. Oh yeah, yeah, right. You're right. I know what you're talking about now. Yeah, it does. But I like the Springfields. Yeah, California's got some strange ass gun laws, man. They really do. The magazine disconnect, the um, chamber indicators, the capacity, the all. They've got some weird laws. Maybe eventually they'll change all that too.
Jackie, come on. Shut the door. Close the door. And now let's open it.
Well, guys, I've been running an hour. I gotta start getting these kids up and put these guns up. So, you guys be blessed. Stay strapped. Always keep one in the tube, and I will see y'all next live. Thank y'all for all the comments and the subscribers. Thank you.